And Paul, you just recorded an album in Berlin.
Yeah,
First of all, I just want to read something that the Time Out in London wrote about Paul. It says, Curreri is at once unruly, poetic, and seductively badass. Love that quote.
It's the hair.
Yeah, well, that's nice. Yeah, I just got back from Berlin making a record with my English band. Devon and I both have our own bands over there that we've been fortunate enough to somehow figure out how to make touring with the group financially viable over there, which we haven't really been able to do in any consistent basis in the States with touring with the group. And so, yeah, we just finished 10 days in Berlin making this new record, which will be out in September. And then I just also finished that documentary, a soundtrack for a documentary that is going to be on the Discovery Channel, which will be out in, that soundtrack will be out in May.
It's called Greenhorns, and it's about young farmers, so it's like, it's really wonderful. It's like a really cool project.
So a very twangy country style?
No, not really. They didn't really give me, I mean, they came to town and they asked me they told me what they were sort of about, and, you know, they kind of, I suppose they came to me because they had some sort of affinity for what I do, and so I felt like I was trusted enough to kind of
do your thing.
Yeah, do my thing. And so, you know, I'd kind of think in vague terms, really vague, just like, well, they're going to need something to go over a sunrise, and they're going to need something for credits, and they're going to need something for like some sort of turmoil that's happening surely in the documentary somewhere, because I hadn't seen it. And so I just kind of went through and actually used a pretty similar melody throughout, but just put different time signatures and chord progressions below it, and it came out really nicely. I had no intention of releasing it, and then I heard it a couple months after it was done and thought, hey, that's all right.
That's amazing. So did being a producer help you to visualize all that as well, or just, do you think that had anything to do with it?
Or to bring it about, I think, because you play all these instruments.
I've done a fair number of records now for other people where I'm playing the majority of the instruments, for better or for worse. You know, I mean, I'm not the best at certain instruments, but I can get it done relatively quickly and therefore cheaply for the person. And there's also something that, like, I think results in something sort of hands-on and really spontaneous about a guy who's like, the majority of his instruments are in arm's reach in our little studio, and then it just is sort of knocking it out. And so I think at a certain point I became very comfortable in our little studio, which I think is why we ended up going to Berlin this time.
Right.
Just to get out of the comfort zone.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Anyway.
And you're heading to Berlin too, aren't you, Devon?
Yeah, it's an Iron and Wine opener. They're
Iron and Wine.
They're called hipster. Well, they're called hipster. They are sort of. They are called hipster. He is the king of the, like, whoa, sort of the king of the I don't know what. Yeah, the sort of hipster scene there, and I don't know. Yeah, it's the other nice thing about Europe.
Well, you're going because there's some booking agents that want to work with you, and this gives an opportunity to play in front of a good group of people.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
And our booking agent manager's guy is like really keen on opening an office in Berlin, and we would love to spend more time there. So, yeah. So
you guys are so cool.
So what's next local?
Oh, yeah, Valentine's Day.
Oh, yes. Tell me about. We were just trying to get everyone to start figuring out their Valentine's dates now. So
yes.
Tell us about what you're offering.
It's a show at the Southern, and it's our one local duet show of the year. And
I think this is our 8th one.
Yeah,
it's actually on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's on Monday, the 14th. Yeah.
Awesome.
And people are encouraged to come with or without dates. We have lots of single people that come, so it can be a singles meeting place as well.
Love it.
And yeah, just regular time and.
It's fun and stressful for us to do this once a year because, you know, it isn't what we do best, but we have a pretty good sense of humor about it, trying to get up there and play together and you know, go home still like, all right, buddy.
It's kind of like once we get the set list together, we can relax and enjoy it. But it's making sure that we're not playing the same old songs over and over again.
Right.
But then making sure that we play the songs that people like too. Like,
of course.
Yeah. And then 3 days later after that, our friend Anais Mitchell is having this production called Hades Town, again at the Southern, which we're taking part in. You tell us about
It's our favorite record not just because she's our friend, of 2009. It's called Hades Town, and it's 2010. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's 11. 2010, and it's called Hades Town, and it's a retelling of the Orpheus and Orpheus and Eurydice myth. The like getting sucked into the underworld, going but down to get him. He's a musician, blah blah blah. She wrote this wonderful record, and she got all these great guests. Justin Vernon from Bon Iver, and Ani DeFranco, and Greg Brown, and
Wow.
all these people, and it's just this beautiful record. And now she's going around the country doing like New York sings Hades Town and Virginia sings Hades Town. So we're singing the parts of Orpheus and Eurydice in this production, and
Yeah, we're doing like 4 of them through Virginia, and one of them is at the Southern, like 3 days after.
it's the night. No, 17th. Yeah,
That's
Thursday.
gonna be really
That
exciting.
sounds really
17th.
cool.
It's going to
Sort
be
of
great.
folk opera.
Yeah.
But she's bringing, like a 6 or 7 piece strings and things like that with
Yeah.
her. So it should be really, really fun.
Is it going to be videotaped or covered at all?
I hope so.
I do too,
And
because
if you
we'll be in
bring a video
rehearsals.
camera,
We'll miss it.
Yeah, it's
It'll be
a
great.
beautiful record. It just got nominated. The artwork just got nominated for a Grammy.
Oh, fantastic. So before we let you guys get back to one more song, how do people keep up with you and find you and all that?
Yeah, where can they get your
West
albums?
websites are good.
Yep.
Yep. DevonSproule.com, PaulCurreri.com. Paul's got a great blog.
oh yeah, walking in the shoes of my face.
Oh, I saw that on your website. I was wondering what the heck that was.
It's very popular with
love
the
it.
young folks, with a lot of people
Yeah.
in town, but the young folks we just heard that young fans of his blog the blog's name is Walking in the Shoes of My Face, and they're calling themselves face walkers.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Yeah, you have a really great website. You have a great
Thanks.
website. Yeah.
It's Browning Porter.
Yep,
He's the one that designed
he
it.
lives right over there.
But it needs to be updated.
Yeah,
Don't
because
they all?
you ended your timeline in like 2007 or 2008. You're a couple of years behind there,
Yeah.
Well, nothing's
I
really
am.
happened since then,
No,
so.
nothing's happened. Right.
Paul. And any Facebook, do you have Facebook followers that, so is it facebook.com?
Definitely.
Forward
Yeah,
slash
Devon
Devon
Sproule.
Yeah, thanks.
Curreri.
Mhm.
Yeah, Paul Curreri. We're huge social media
Oh, yeah.
advocates. so,
Please,
yeah.
we'll make the
Yeah,
connection.
we'll link.
Poke us.
We'll do poke us.
So what song are you gonna take us out with?
I think we're gonna close with one of mine called Old Virginia Block.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yep, which
Yeah.
Paul plays a mean guitar on.
Cool, that'll be fun. Let's play that song now.
Play it.
So we're going to leave this segment with Old Virginia Block, Devon Sproule, and Paul Curreri.
Thanks, you guys,
Thank you
so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
much. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. If my ears hear a sigh of a shiny red violin, clear by the Rivanna, down in the Blue Ridge, by the dog bags and trash, by the bottles and cans, and the deadbeat brown grass, and the packed dirt in the Blue Ridge. My home must be on another good old Virginia block. If my ears hear a note on the cello solo, then a double stopping bow from my headphones in the Blue Ridge. I'm walking at noon, appearing under the white of the daytime moon, keeping my big blue balloon in my tight fist in the Blue Ridge. My home must be around old Virginia block. If my ears hear a sound of a slate rock on the ground, clicking the drops of the rain coming down along the front walk in the Blue Ridge, the rim of dirt on the brim of a brow, the skin of sweat on the handle of a plow, miles and miles of tobacco in the south from the front walk in the Blue Ridge. My home must be around another good old Virginia block. Ooh, well, I've got family in Canada, family in New York. I got friends in every other place I play. Ooh, but I can't keep from planting all the plans of family stuff down between the weeds in the red dirt clay, where my ears hear 100 bees. They're riding the upwarding breeze. There's a veil in a bucket by a pair of oak trees. Just another blonde kid in the Blue Ridge. It's all to make a pattern of love, to roost a lava field of white doves, with just a pitchfork and a pair of thick gloves. For your whole life in the Blue Ridge, the pick up and go, the bent back and the grunt chuckle, the gleam of your white underclothes in my backseat in the Blue Ridge, the pile of bacon by for a couple fried eggs, kiss marks, hearts, and the picnic table leg, the quartet fretting on up in my head on my long walk through the Blue Ridge, and my home comes up around another good old Virginia block.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It was fantastic.
Thank you.